Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Rockswold podcast. This is, I think, the third episode, and we are joined by completely different people this time, except for some of them. Meaning, some people
Most
are gone.
Most of them are the same.
I know.
We have some shifts
for the most part. Basically, we got some people are gone, and we've got some new people. So, obviously, I'm here. We're joined by Brent.
Hello.
John.
Hello.
Josh.
Greetings.
And Shane.
What's up?
So, Josh is the one. He's the first. This is his first podcast with us. Josh and I have known each other for
Josh.
like quite a while.
Woo!
Woohoo!
In the absence of some of the people that we had, I figured let me try and grab someone else who'd be quite chatty. And so I was like, I think Josh would be good for that. So how's it going, Josh? Welcome.
Challenge accepted not to say anything after this point.
He's going mute.
I feel like I have to say something to that. Yeah, they're basically,
Tell us more about yourself.
And podcast destroyed.
Well, I'm just saying, like, for the people listening, the reason they're saying that to me is because, like, in all of our meetings, I keep trying to explain that I need to talk maybe a little less because my waveforms are going the whole podcast, so I'm gonna stop.
But it's just your personality. You can't help it.
And the best part is that you've been this way since we met, like 20 years ago. I'm not that old, but yeah.
I'm like,
So
I'm
we have
like every
just
second.
put in
I'm
a
not
flashback
talking.
sequence right there.
That's right.
Just like have kid actors. Hey, Luke. Hi, John. I mean, Josh. Hi, John. I'm a really good actor. That's what that is.
I'm like holding back, trying not to talk too. Like I try to be really engaging with people, and so it's like even when I'm not talking, I'm talking.
You're already doing it.
You're already doing it.
You over explain too. I think that's part of it.
Like in general or on the podcast?
You also black
In
out when you
general.
get too angry.
Title
in
of this
class.
podcast: Luke Rockswold gets roasted.
Go
The
for it.
roast of
That's
Luke
fine.
Rockswold.
I'll take it. I'm a man. I'm fine.
That's-
Oh my.
This won't be
goodness.
friendly. Wow, I can speak. Family friendly. Friendly families.
Friendly families.
I'm really good at talking.
That's right.
That's why I went to school for English,
We're-
not computer science.
We're gonna see what happens if I do pull back though, because I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to pull back.
I don't
try.
know if you can.
I don't know if I
I-
can either. Kind of just see it's starting now. Okay, Brent. So
Okay. Well,
I actually
I have something. I have
all right.
something, and
Shane, go for
I think it'd be a kind of cool thing to talk about. So, the summer camp that I'm doing, we go on field trips like every other day. And 2 days ago, we went to Chuck E. Cheese, and I haven't been to Chuck E. Cheese since I was 8, maybe.
Oh man.
And so they have a bunch of new games, and they have a SpongeBob game. And me as 23 at the time, I was like, "Yep, I'm gonna go play the SpongeBob game." So,
Oh yeah,
they
you just
gave
turned 24. Happy birthday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday.
Oh, nice.
Yay.
Happy
It was,
birthday.
it was fun. I have a story about that too. But
Ooh.
Good.
but,
Chuck E. Cheese.
So the SpongeBob game, it's one of those games where you put the coin into it and then you're aiming to try and get into like a hole for bonus points, and it knocks the coins forward, and they have SpongeBob trading cards. And I'm like, oh, I want a SpongeBob trading card. So I won the Sandy Cheeks one, which I'm like, whatever, who cares about Sandy?
Is this the
And-
coin launcher thing
Freaking
where you earn
Sandy.
more
Yeah,
coins
yeah,
when they
yeah.
fall? Okay.
Now hold up, wait.
Yes.
I'm trying to
Okay.
picture the game. Which one is this? You said it's the one where
No,
you drop
you-
the coin
you know-
into the slot and it
So
dings
you
around.
put the coin into
You
the
launch
slot, and
I know.
yeah, you
I'm
launch
sorry.
it, and it knocks off more coins, and
Yeah.
the coins fall into a lower platform. And
we
it pushes the
played that
coins
in
forward.
we played that one in Dublin, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
It sucks. I hate that game.
My wife loves those games a lot.
So
Yeah.
is this the one with the spring, where you spring it back?
It can
No,
be, but not always.
No. You just literally just put the coin in, and then you hit a button. You're trying to time it. You hit a button,
Okay.
and then you launch the coin, and if it goes into the hole, it knocks out more coins.
Right.
Sometimes it's a launcher, but most of the time it's a drop in a timing thing.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you're,
yeah.
so
Like
this
the
is, I
train
got the
moves
game
back and
now.
forth.
I just want to make sure I knew what game it was. So this is the game you're playing. You're trying to get Sandy, but you don't care about Sandy because no one
No,
loves Sandy.
I just when I found out there were trading cards, I go, that's kind of cool. And so my friend was like, oh, I want to get the SpongeBob one, and I was like, wait, I want to get the SpongeBob one. So they got it. They gave us like 40 free tokens. I spam token that game, and I got then I got the Sandy Cheeks one, and then I ran out of tokens, and the SpongeBob one was right on the edge. Like it was like one more token to win this. And so I was like, man, how can I get more tokens? I have no money. I can't buy tokens. And I don't want to like ask kids for their tokens because terrible camp counselor am I?
Hey kid, give me those tokens.
And
don't
if
worry
they
about it.
oh, this ties into the other podcast. If they don't give you
mugged.
the tokens, you just tell them Santa's not real.
Oh, exactly. Oh, I should have done that.
Perfect.
Oh man.
What is wrong with you?
Did you hear that part of the
What
podcast?
is wrong with you? Oh my lord!
Did you not get to that part in the podcast, Josh?
I did not get. I don't think I got to
You
that
know-
part.
Oh, I had the perfect opportunity to use that today too, because the kids wouldn't listen. So like I sat them all down and I said, "I'm tired of your disrespect," and I should have just said, "And you want to do something else? Santa isn't real. It's your mom and dad
so
swiping
funny.
credit cards."
So Josh, we were talking about it because like if you tell a kid that Santa's not real, you can't really get in trouble because you didn't say anything that's really that bad, and you actually said something
It's
that's
not
true,
a lie.
but you ruin the child forever because like their trust gets ruined.
Well,
it's great.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
great.
yeah. I mean, what do you expect?
That's the point, though. If they're a little bratty kid, it's like, hey, guess what, little bratty kid, Santa's not real.
What are you gonna tell them next? The tooth fairy is really your parents?
I should
No,
tell
you
the
don't tell
story.
them anything. They're already broken. That's it. You've won.
I should
You
tell a
won.
story about how
Oh
I
my
learned Santa's
gosh.
not real sometime because
Actually,
it's-
well, we'll get to that really quick. So Shane, so you
Yeah,
want
let's finish
you're
this.
both in this battle, fighting over the
Yeah.
SpongeBob cards.
The SpongeBob one.
They're not
So-
Sandy cards.
So I made a deal. We came into cahoots together to win this card. So
Oh, you
she
teamed
stole
up.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
well, you'll see. So she stole a coin from a kid, right? And she was giving it to me to win the card. And I was like, "Oh, don't steal coins from kids." And then a kid had dropped a coin, and she pointed it out. Then I took the coin. I was like, "Well,
Hold up,
you
wait,
dropped it, so it's
wait.
fine."
So she stole a coin?
Yeah. No, the kid was getting prizes, and they still had more coins in their cup. So she just reached over when the kid wasn't looking and took the coin out of the cup.
That's
So
horrible.
What you're saying
is.
is that you didn't want to be that person. So you
Yes.
teamed up with someone who was that type of person.
Exactly.
To do okay.
Yes.
Are we abating
You know.
a criminal now? Is that what this is?
I'm not.
Are we?
That's
I'm
right,
not
man.
getting
Dude, this
my
is
hands
recorded,
dirty.
and your
Please,
admission.
please
of
tell me you were banned from Chuck E. Cheese.
I was not banned. They
Okay,
said
so-
we can come back
So
anytime.
so basically, so she stole the coin, and you. Then what? How did you get a coin?
yeah,
you
but
just
I,
asked.
but I didn't take the coin she stole. I found one on the ground, and I said out loud, "I wish I had more coins." And then one of the kids walked over to me and was like, and he has like a really high pitched voice. He's like, "You can have my coin." And I was like, "Oh,
just
you
shout
sure?"
it.
30s
He's
cartoons.
just shouting it into the Chuck E. Cheese like, I wish I had more coins.
Yeah, I shouted out to the universe of Chuck E. Cheese, and they delivered this innocent kid who
All right, so
gave me his
so
coin.
you got the coin, and then
So I got the coin.
So what happened now?
And then I got the coin. So I had 2 coins, and my supervisor was there, and we were trying to get the kids on the bus. So I'm not doing my job at this point. And
you got better
I run
priorities,
back
man. You
over-
got
Hey,
to
at
win
least
that.
he
like-
admits it.
That's right.
I'm not lying. It was the kid in me. I was like, no, I need something from this field trip. And so I like stealthily went back over to this machine and spam coined it and just slammed the button down. And then the card came out. I grabbed it and I ran. And then I dropped the card. This is where it made me mad. I dropped the card after I was bragging about it, and I couldn't find it. And then the girl,
No.
yeah,
Dude.
yeah, it went away. And I was like, I spent 2.5 hours trying to win this
Oh no.
card. I'm gonna be really pissed
That's
off.
heartbreaking.
If I don't have it. Yeah,
You
I
almost
was
told
mad.
a kid that Santa wasn't real for that card.
I still think that's worth it.
Yeah,
That's
it
terrible.
would've been
That's so
worth it.
sad.
So,
Did it just
but
like
this is-
fly
this is the
in
best
between
part.
like a machine? Like just swooped? Did you see where
No,
it went, or
I
it just
went-
vanished?
No, I
Man.
didn't see where it went. I thought it was in my pocket. And so the girl that I worked with, she was like, "Oh, I saw
Damn.
well, I'm not gonna say the kid's name, but I saw this kid with the card, and I was like,
Was it the kid? Was it the kid that she stole the coin from?
No, it wasn't. But it was this kid who I kind of have beef with.
So you beat him up. That's what happened.
I don't like
beat up a
this kid at
child
all.
at Chuck E. Cheese. That's
Yeah. And so I walked over to her, and I was like, "Oh, did you find the SpongeBob card?" And she was like, "Oh, yeah." And I was like, "Can I have it back?" And she was like, "Oh, I didn't know it was yours." And I was like, "Yeah, you did, because you were standing right behind me when I dropped it.
Oh.
And then you ran away really fast." I didn't notice that, but I wasn't paying attention to her. And you, like, ran away. And so I basically, well, I silently cussed her out.
What?
I hope
In my
your
head.
I hope your fellow
then I
employees don't
walked
listen to this
away.
podcast. 'Cause it's-
I mean, if it's silent,
we-
you can think. You
we-
can think bad
We
words to
talk
people.
about the kids all the time.
Oh, okay.
None of us like these kids. So.
Why do you do this job?
Well, no. It's not our job. We do things during the school year, but there's a
Oh.
summer camp. It's completely different.
Oh, okay,
So, yeah.
gotcha.
See,
So
see,
it's
this
like-
is why I'm a lifeguard, because my job is to yell at kids.
That's right. No running. You're gonna fall
Exactly.
and die.
Walk, please. No, my supervisor has the best opening announcement every single day she opens. It's, "May I have your attention, please? The time is now 12 o'clock and the pool is now open. Please walk to your destination." Every day, without fail, it is the exact
having, like,
same thing.
These like
Amazing.
flashbacks
great.
of being a kid when I heard adults talk like that. Like when
Oh.
you know when like maybe if you're at like vacation
condescending
Bible
voice.
school or at school or something like that, and it was always like that like irritated. I have to take care of kids, adult. Probably the way Shane is.
Yep. And that's become my life.
So wait, so you did get the card?
No, I got the card back from her.
Good.
Oh,
Nice.
you did?
Yeah,
Nice.
she gave it back to me.
Oh, okay. See,
But
we're
she didn't
all
have a
under,
choice.
See, we're all under the assumption that she just took the card and ran, and you never saw it.
Oh, no.
confronted
I was,
her.
No, I
Was
was
she
getting
afraid?
my card back.
Was she afraid?
Yeah, she thought she was going to
pause.
get in trouble.
Oh.
I'm like, I don't care about you that much to get, like, what? Okay, go sit out for 5 minutes. Okay.
Listen here, you little
I'm
shit.
gonna
You
talk
give me
to
that
your
fucking SpongeBob card, god damn it.
Yeah, that
Expecting
was
him to
my
say.
inner monologue.
Oh.
But I just, can't say
he's
that
like,
to her.
he's like, that's what I
Right.
thought, but I didn't
Amazing.
say it. So wait, what happened to your friend? Did your friend want a piece of the cut? Like one of the, like half the card?
Well, no, she lost out because she won 2 other cards before. She had a Squidward and I think another Sandy, and she
But
gave the
Squidward's
card.
the best character.
Like
Debatable.
Squidward is who we all become eventually. In the end,
I never
I
liked
wanted,
Squidward!
I wanted the
Yeah.
Patrick card because Patrick's my favorite.
I was gonna say
And she
which
told me,
which card was it that you ended up with that
I
you
wanted Patrick. Oh, I got Sandy and I got SpongeBob, but I wanted Patrick. And the girl told me she had Patrick, and if I won SpongeBob, we could trade. So when I asked to trade, she said she didn't have Patrick. And
Clever.
but then it's
That was
fine.
smart.
So she lied about that. Yeah, it was smart. But she made a mistake by giving her cards away to another coworker, and the coworker gave the cards to kids, so she got no cards by the end of the day, and I have 2. So
Jokes on her.
I outplayed her.
That's what you do.
You defeated
outplayed
her.
each
That was
other.
that's all I did. My Chuck E. Cheese field trip was outplayed my coworker for a SpongeBob trading card.
I just realized, like, now we're talking about Chuck E. Cheese. I'm trying to think, like, the last time I was at a Chuck E. Cheese, I was a child, and I'm just thinking back on it, because when when I was really young, I went to Legoland in California, and it was amazing. It was
Oh,
really cool.
look at you.
Well, I mean, at the time it was really cool. Hold on, but basically, I was
I've
gonna
never
say
been to
that
Legoland.
my
I wanna
most
go to
Me either.
Legoland.
most people haven't. It is cool because they have like cities of Legos. Like there's like everything's made out of Legos, and it's really really kind of cool. But like when you're a kid, you're losing your mind. You're like, this is so amazing Legos. But when you get older and you go back there, it's like really dirty and kind of just. It's not as cool when you kind of look back on it as an adult. Kind of like when you watch a movie that you loved as a kid and then you watch it again later. It's not that great.
Oh,
It's like
so
that. I
bad.
feel like
Yeah.
Chuck E.
How
Cheese would be
old-
extremely similar.
I'd be curious to know how
But
old
I-
Chuck E. Cheese as like a company is, because I feel like I wonder, I honestly wonder, because I wonder if it was like brand new when we were kids, in the 90s or 80s or whatever, and then
Well, yeah,
like,
I was surprised it was still open.
yeah.
It's Chuck E. Cheese still
But they
exists.
revamp it. They said they revamp it like at least every 3 months with new games and stuff.
Revamp it. Revamp.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
they
picture
haven't-
what that
they
would
said they're
even
getting-
mean.
Chuck E.
Like,
Cheese
They changed. They
founded-
changed.
in 1977.
Oh man,
Do
is
they
that
still do
old?
musical shows?
I
I
probably.
don't think so.
I'm trying to.
The
think.
last time I went to a Chuck E. Cheese, it was called David Buster's.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dave and Buster's.
I've
is where
been
it's
there.
at.
I've been there before when I was not a
Did
kid.
it-
Dave & Buster's is pretty lit.
Did any of you
pretty
guys
good.
ever play at a place called Jeepers Creepers?
No.
No, but I've seen that movie.
Yes. I had. Wait. Oh, maybe I'm thinking about the movie.
No, sorry, no, not Jeepers Creepers, Jeepers. That was the name of the place. Was Jeepers?
Is it
Oh
like
yeah, I
Scooby-Doo
went there
themed?
like once.
Was it what?
Is it Scooby-Doo themed?
Scooby Doo theme.
No, it wasn't. It was like, think of Chuck E. Cheese, but it actually had like small rides and stuff you could ride
Oh,
too.
cool.
What?
I thought it was way better, but
Is-
it probably was just. An
I
upstate
feel
New
like
York thing.
Chuck E. Cheese is getting to the point that like clowns and carnivals got to, where it became creepy. Haven't you? I mean,
No, there's a guy running around in a giant mouse suit. I'm Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah,
A kid
it's like
asked- yeah,
it's almost
a
it's
kid
like a
asked me-
depressing level, because like you think of a circus, and it's like when you're a kid, it's like, oh, the circus, clowns, yay! But then like now that it's gotten kind of past that, or think about something like a rocking horse, like how creepy a
Clowns, yay?
rocky. No, well
Clowns, yay.
when you were a kid and you went to the circus, you enjoyed watching the clowns. You didn't want to go up to them afterwards though because they were really
No,
freaky.
I didn't enjoy watching the clowns.
People are scared to death of clowns.
Yeah, that's my
I didn't like
point.
clowns.
I
As
don't
a
think
kid, I was never
anyone
scared
ever
of
in
it.
life enjoyed a clown.
I don't think anyone
Yeah.
when they were younger says clowns, yay. I
Then
think
when
they
did
say
then,
clowns?
but clowns existed at a certain point, and people thought they were
I know what
funny,
you're
and they
saying.
became creepy.
I
That's
know
what I
Did
think
everyone
Chuck
ever
E.
think they were funny?
I thought they were funny
I
when I
liked
saw them
clowns when
from
I was a
far
kid.
away.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
I liked the balloon animals.
I was
Ooh,
I
yeah,
was
that's true.
terrified. I remember being afraid of
Not the
clowns as a
clowns.
kid, and so like I made other people go up and get the balloon for me because I didn't want to go over to the clown. But when I was in
Oh,
the circus,
that's what you were doing.
when you're in the that was in Maryland, was it?
No, I just wanted to say that.
It could have been. I don't know. It might have been in Maryland. But basically, like when you're at the
No.
circus and the clowns are really far away and they're like funny, flopping around, doing funny stuff. It's actually kind of funny. But like Chuck E. Cheese, it's like getting to that kind of depressed, sad level where it's like this is kind of nobody here is happy. Everyone who works here doesn't want to work here. It's like
The clown has a 5 o'clock shadow. He's got that like
Right.
gravelly smoke all the time voice.
that's exactly what I'm
One
saying.
balloon.
Well, I think what doesn't help about it is like Five Nights at Freddy, because when we got
Yeah,
there,
exactly.
a kid asked me, yeah, no, he's like, are those animatronics? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, is this Five Nights at Freddy's? I said, why did you even know what that is? You're 5. Like,
Oh my lord.
They
Video games.
Man, kids are getting like almost self-aware. Like there was a kid talking the other day talking
oh,
about
definitely.
like
Almost
it was like an
self-aware.
11-year-old talking about her friend's Let's Play channel, and she said it was cringy. It's like, what is happening?
How old was
What?
this child?
Like 11.
Wow.
I know.
Cringy.
I was such a
Yeah.
dope at 11. A moron.
She's like,
such a moron.
Y'all
Yeah,
been to
me too.
Chuck E. Cheese's? That place is lit.
I bet they're doing that, man. We're laughing. I bet that's exactly what's happening.
Her YouTube channel. That was cringy AF.
Oh, I have to go. So, how I learned Santa's not real is a pretty great story, but also shows how much of a dickhole brother I was growing up. So this was when the N64 was the newest Nintendo console, and it was Christmas, and I forget if it was when we got it, or like I got a game or something, but I got a controller with it. And I like fell on it or something, and I broke the stick. Like the day I got it,
Oh, I
broke the stick.
remember. I remember this story.
And
this is such.
This was like when the controllers were like $50.
I would have cried.
American. And like, I think my sister wanted to play a game, so I like set up the controller so the stick was sitting kind of funny, and I gave it to her. And then as soon as she
Ow.
touched it, it fell out. I was like, "Oh, you broke it!"
You broke
And she immediately starts crying because we're young.
That's
I was like,
terrible.
"Well, I fucked up." So Mom comes in. She's like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "I broke the controller." And Mom was like, "What?" And I was like, "No, I broke it. She didn't actually do it." And then she's like, "What? That was expensive." I was like, "But Santa bought it." And she's like, "Santa's not real. I bought it.
Oh,
I'm
no.
Santa." And I was like, "Well, okay."
Dang.
I was
Oh,
like 8 or 9. I think 8, 9, 10, something like that. So,
It all happened so fast.
in a
So
moment of
funny.
anger, my mom revealed.
Santa's not real. I bought it.
I mean, to be fair,
Santa.
I fucked that up for myself. So.
At least
By
you
being an
admitted it. You,
asshole.
at least you told her.
Yeah.
You had
I think
another story
I'm
where
pretty
you
sure I did.
wasn't there another. There's another story where you
Look.
didn't admit it.
Man, look. Let's not reveal all in one podcast how
All
much
right.
of a terrible brother I was.
I think I found out Santa wasn't real when I wrapped my own presents. I think that's when I realized.
That's sad.
Wait, what?
Well, no.
Wow.
Why did you wrap your own
Well-
presents?
Because, so it's like one Christmas, I had like a mini list of what I wanted. I gave it to my mom, and I was there when she bought all of the stuff. So I was like, oh, can I just wrap it? Because you're not wrapping it. So I wrapped it. And then on Christmas, when those were the only things that were there, I was like, wait.
Santa's a cheat.
I said, this doesn't make any sense to me.
Josh, did your family have Santa Claus?
Yeah, but it slowly just kind of dwindled away into more of like we're just gonna like what we do on Christmas is we address our presents to each other, but because our family's big readers, like movie watchers and stuff, we'll like instead of Santa Claus, it's like shoot, what do? We do like to Jon Snow from Egret. You know what I mean? Like we do like story characters and stuff like that.
That's
And then of course you open the present and it's just a note that says you know nothing, Jon Snow, and then that's the present.
But did you, when you
Yeah.
were a kid,
Interesting.
did your parents see? My parents didn't. They
Oh yeah, no.
we
oh,
were
yeah,
never
did-
told that Santa Claus was real. My mom was like, he's just pretend.
Okay,
That's no
but
fun.
okay, but I love. Okay, yeah, but that doesn't surprise me at all. Knowing
I
your
know.
It doesn't surprise me at all knowing your family.
I know. I love it. It's so
Okay,
it's
hang on.
so my mom to do that. Just be like, no, he's not real, but we can pretend like he's real. Don't tell anybody he's not real. I think I
Okay,
told
I can
remind
write
me.
the
Oh,
name.
Luke,
I told my friends he wasn't real. Or I think they're
Oh,
like,
you're
and-
terrible.
no, because
Do
well, I was a
that.
kid,
Why
I didn't
would you
know.
do that?
So I told them.
Yeah,
I
you
said,
did that to me.
no, I wasn't.
I remember you did that
Wow,
to me.
jerk.
I know the one person. Maybe I did it to more than one person, but I did it to somebody, and I told them they were like Santa Claus, so and so, whatever, and I was like, no, he's not real. And then he was like, yeah, he is. And so then eventually I was like, ask your mom, like, fact check it. And so
Snopes that shit.
he went to his mom and
Ask your
asked her,
mom.
and obviously it was kind of an
God.
awkward situation, and so his mom was just like, he's real
You
in
gotta
our
be
heart,
honest at
like
that
we
point.
pretend he's real. So I
Oh
basically,
my lord.
I know, I
Oh,
ruined it.
man.
Okay,
Ruin
Luke,
your kid's
remind
life,
Luke,
Luke.
remind me. Growing up, or like when we like when we hung out like almost every other day in Maryland. Was your mom? Did she not want to be called Charlotte, or did she not want to be called Mrs. Rockswold?
She didn't want to be called Charlotte.
Okay,
She didn't
that
like,
makes more sense.
Well, because she didn't like children, because you were like 9, calling her
Yeah.
by her
Don't
first
like
name.
children.
Well,
Well, I mean,
yeah, she didn't like
I never-
children, and she had 7 children.
Well, I mean, I never did that anyway, but I just remember like there was something that my mom always said, don't call her that, and to me it was like a no duh, I wouldn't call her that, but all the same, I couldn't remember what it was just thinking back on it.
Yeah, I think it was people.
I would hate for a child to call me Mr. Like that would bother the
Yeah.
shit out of me because I would
Mr.
feel old as fuck.
Yes.
I would feel so old.
Yeah, I tell.
So I don't want to. I
Yeah,
don't understand that.
I tell my
logic.
kids, don't call me Mister. I said, don't do it, please.
don't do it, or I'll tell you something you don't want to know. It's like what? What are you gonna
Yeah,
tell me?
right. I will ruin your life.
That's right. Santa Claus is not real. If you call me that,
Innocence
That's-
lost.
I, ugh.
I don't think I've ever been. No, maybe I have. It's like maybe adults have called me Mr. Rockswold, just like in a formal setting.
That's when I'm like, please don't do that. Like,
Don't put me in your circle.
yeah, I'm not a
It's
crusty
really-
old
Don't do this
person.
to me, please. Don't.
It's
turn me
always
into
strange in an academic setting when you've got people who are like, have PhDs and stuff. So then, like, do you call them Dr. So and so, or can you just use their first name? Because it's different for every like professor.
It
You know what I
is,
mean?
yeah.
It
Because
just
there are some
depends.
professors who are like, you must call me Dr. So and so.
Oh,
or
but
there are
earn
some
my
that are like, no,
PhD, you
please
must
call
call
me by
me.
my first name.
I was gonna say,
My-
or like Keith, because one of our
Yeah,
professors
he didn't have a
was
PhD
called,
though.
Well, yeah, he didn't.
Sorry,
I
Keith.
feel like the PhD is earned to be called doctor. That's like a lot
Right.
of work.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with that. But
I'm okay
like
with that.
my
Doctor.
advisor for my degree is like, yeah, just call me Jim. And we were all like, wait, why? He said,
Yeah,
because
you're
if you had
cool,
to-
Jim.
Well, he was like, if you had to call me by my professional name, it would be Doctor Estep because he has 2 PhDs. And so he
Oh.
was like, just don't. And we were like, oh, well, okay then.
What
I
was
thought
he
it
a
was-
doctor in?
He in
Doctor.
theology. So he had
Dance.
he had a D-Min and then he had a PhD in Christian Ed. And then he
Wait,
had
what
like
was the first
Demon?
one?
he has a D-Min, a doctorate in ministries, and then he has a
Okay.
PhD
Oh,
in
D-Min.
religious
A
ed.
de-
Yeah, I was like,
it
I was
literally
like,
yes,
sounded.
demon.
It sounded like you
Like-
said demon. A
I
demon
was
in
like, wow,
theology.
that's metal as fuck.
He has a
That's
demon.
amazing.
That's
Yeah.
so funny, actually. That's really
I
funny.
was, wow. I was way more excited before you explained it.
He's got a
I'm sorry I
demon.
disappointed you.
You have to call me
Yeah, I was like,
doctor,
man.
doctor, because I have a doctorate degree in a demon.
You have to call me Dr. Feelgood.
Demonology.
Jim, if you ever listen to this, I love you.
That's right. Jim, if you have a demon,
If you
I'm
have a
sorry.
demon.
I
If he
know.
has a demon, its name is Coffee.
Oh.
Oh.
True.
Brent, that was so serious. Oh, no.
I don't have that demon. I don't drink coffee.
Okay, so
I
I'm
don't
gonna
either.
jump
I don't
topics
believe
here.
in caffeine.
Wait, really?
Are you Jehovah's Witness?
You don't like caffeine?
No,
Shane?
I don't
they can't-
You
believe
seem like a type
in
of person
caffeine.
who would like coffee.
I have never
Never?
sipped coffee a day in my
You
life.
never tasted
Nope.
coffee.
Wow.
Congratulations.
I
to you,
tasted
sir.
it. I tasted it once when I was like young, and then I spit it out as soon as it touched.
That is
my
the
tongue.
correct response.
Because Brent,
That's the
Brent
correct
doesn't
response.
drink coffee
Disgusting.
either.
That's disgusting.
Good.
Hold up. I drink coffee. John,
I
you
don't
drink
drink
coffee
coffee.
sometimes.
Sometimes.
How do you, Shane? How do you know that?
Because
It's in your
because,
vlogs.
Luke.
Oh, that's
it's
true.
it's in your vlogs, and then when we went and had donuts, you got coffee, and that's the first thing you said you wanted to do. Like, I'm getting a coffee.
Did I really?
I
I'm
can't
like, wow,
function
he's
without my
so,
coffee.
such an LA snob.
Dang.
Got him. Roasted. So,
Wow.
John, you
Shots
drink.
fired.
Roast him like the coffee.
John, you drink coffee.
If there's alcohol in it.
See, that's different.
If there's
That's different.
Bailey's in it. If we're in Ireland, yeah, I'd do that too.
We're in Ireland.
We did. Oh,
I didn't get coffee.
well,
I got Bailey's hot chocolate.
yeah, we did like Bailey's.
Oh,
coffee.
every morning we had coffee and I would put Bailey's or that Jameson we had in it.
I can't believe you put Jameson in coffee. Why would you
Gotta
It
start
works.
my day a little
Jameson?
tipsy.
I get. All right. So John. So wait. So only 2 people out of all of us drink coffee. That's just like. Josh,
don't
I
want the
feel like
demons in
you
us.
should drink coffee.
No way. I'm not. No.
You know, your picture makes it look like you're a kind of guy that drinks coffee.
Exactly.
No,
Really?
he looks happy because he doesn't drink coffee
Because he
because he knows he gets his kick out of life.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
He's
high,
high
on
on
Jesus.
life, Luke.
High on life.
High
on
on
Jesus.
Jesus,
Not
High
on
the
on
Jesus.
most
Jesus.
high.
Well,
The greatest high you can get.
I try.
Hallelujah.
Sure.
All right. Well, anyway, Brent. So like Final Fantasy 2, am
Hey!
I right? Best game ever.
Oh, we're gonna jump right into that. Is that what's gonna happen?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So wait, before we get into how much you love that game, what are you
Oh,
doing? Because you are trying to play a
So-
bunch of the different games. Or you in general, you try to play a lot of games.
I
Right?
do.
Like
I'm that nerd.
But you have to. The thing is, when most people play games, they play games that they want to play. Brent, you play games that you want to
sometimes I
play,
don't.
but then
He
you
just plays
also
games.
you have to win games you
I
don't
play games
like.
I hate.
Yeah.
Yep. I play a lot of shit games because if I play the shit games, people are like, "Well, you know what you talk about. You didn't play that game." I'll be like, "I got all the achievements." So screw you. I played the crap out of that
and
game.
I've beaten the game.
That's right.
Worst game you've ever played?
Oh man, Gone Home and
Oh man, that was just like off the cuff. He was so fast with that
um,
answer.
Brothers, a Tale of Two Brothers. Those are some of the worst games I've ever played. I got all the achievements of both those games. I did the developer commentary in Gone Home. So if anyone listening to this likes this game, I will argue the shit out of you about how those are terrible games. And I did the whole thing. So screw you. Those games are terrible.
So what's
game
the
you've ever
worst?
played.
No, hold up. But what's the worst game that people would know? Or actually, what's the worst
Gone
game
Home.
to you that people would disagree with you on? What's a game like people game that a lot of people like?
That's a good
Mo-
question.
Most overrated game. Most overrated game.
Yeah, overrated.
But it's gotta suck.
So until I played, it has to suck.
Well,
I was gonna say a game that is good.
You
that
could
people
you
like
could
that I didn't really
you
care
could
for.
like bring up most games that people like and be like that game's overrated.
So
but, like
until
what's
I
a game
played
that a lot of
Final
people like
Fantasy
that
2
sucks?
So until I played Final Fantasy 2 all the way through, I did not like Final Fantasy 7. That opinion has changed now that I've beaten Final Fantasy 2. Final Fantasy 7 is an amazing game. Popular games, like I didn't really like World of Warcraft. I played it when it was base. It didn't have any of the expansions.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
I have never played it ever.
I have not played the expansions. It has changed a lot, so that opinion is not really valid from the 2006 version of that game. So that's not really fair. Current World of Warcraft is very different. It's a lot easier. That people who play it say. Anyway.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people disagree
I'd have to
with
think
you,
about.
but, like most of us, I don't think I played that. Actually, that might not be true.
Right.
I've never played it. Josh, I guess you played
I'd
it.
have to think about it.
I tried it, and see, the problem was I did Old Republic first. So trying to go from Old Republic to World of Warcraft was really hard, and I just didn't do it because I love
Right.
Old Republic. Blah, 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 I can't speak. Old Republic.
What game is Old Republic? Is that Star Wars?
Yeah, the Star Wars Old Republic
Oh,
MMO,
man.
not the
I was
not
so
Coach.
afraid
Well,
that it
so-
wasn't going to be Star Wars, and I was about to get booed off the podcast. But it is Star Wars, so we're fine.
Knights of the Old Republic 1 and
Luke,
2.
you're off the podcast.
Yeah, it's
So speaking of Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic, the two single-player games, I like everything about that game but the gameplay. I think the gameplay in both those games are awful.
Austin. My brother used to play those games a lot. The first
And by
one's way
extension,
better.
I don't really
FYI.
like- I don't
Second
really
one
like
sucks.
Jade Empire or any of those BioWare really old titles. That's just it's not for me. So those are
Is
popular
Knights?
ones.
Hold up. Is Knights of the Old Republic BioWare?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
HK-47 is like one of the best characters ever, but the gameplay of those games, man, it's tough. But everything else is great.
It's dated, is what it is.
It
it's
is.
dated.
They always,
it's
when they talked, they
a nightmare.
always did this like little animation with their finger where they'd like point at random times. Do you remember? Does anyone remember that?
kind of.
It was like they had a very short animation for when they talked, and their body would kind
Yeah.
of do the same loop. And so
I
if they
mean-
talk for longer than 30 seconds, they do the same thing like multiple times.
I'm not
Oh,
really
no,
hating
that's-
on that part. But
That holds true in like every single game now.
yeah,
Like Old Republic, Mass Effect series, Gears of War, like everything. Like they just repeat the movement, and it's hilarious because when you've played it enough, you can like time it. You're like, okay, they're gonna lean back and move their head, and then they're gonna lean forward, and
Right?
their eyes are gonna get
they're
huge
gonna
at this
nod.
moment.
Here comes the nod. Here it is. There it
Yep,
is.
here comes the nod, which is always great because if they're talking about something that really doesn't warrant the movement, it just makes it 10 times funnier.
Right.
Like, and then it's like, and then my parents died, and their eyes are huge, and they're like shaking their finger at you, and you're like, this does not warrant.
I didn't do it. Like, huh.
I didn't
Like-
do it.
Did you guys play the new Mass Effect? Actually, I never played Mass Effect.
it's
but I heard-
terrible.
Okay, that's what I was. That's
Oh,
what I was about
see,
to
I-
ask.
It is
See,
awful.
I disagree.
It's
I
awful.
disagree. I
Really?
disagree.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh,
enjoyed
let's
it.
throw down.
So why is it terrible?
The
'Cause it
writing
looks
is
bad.
awful, like Mass Effect 2 and 3. It's actually worse. It's cringy. sex scenes, like that got even more risque, and it just got even like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But it's like weird,
It's
isn't
super-
it? Isn't it like weird? It's not like, oh, this is too much for
There's a
children.
lot
It
of
was just
backtracking.
weird,
No, it's porn.
but it's
Yeah.
weird though.
Yeah,
It's
I mean, it already
alien on
was
human
weird.
They do
porn.
strange things.
it's not okay.
Okay, so
It's
did I
just
hear
not
right? Did I
okay.
hear right? Are you not a fan of the original Mass Effect series then?
No. Mass Effect 1's gameplay was okay, but 2 and 3 went off the rails in terms of just being awful. But 2 was like,
Oh, I love 2. 2's my favorite.
I didn't really enjoy like anything. I was like, ooh, I was just not having fun with that one. I don't
See,
think I ever
like-
finished.
I think you're legitimately the first person who I've met who has played the Mass Effect series and thinks that 2 and 3 were bad and 1 was the best.
I wouldn't
Well, I
say,
hear. I
like,
thought
wouldn't go
3.
so far.
I thought 3 was
as
the
to
one
say it
that
was
sucked.
great.
I thought 3 was the one that everyone hated.
The only reason that people hate 3 is the ending. Like that is like
But
that is
that's
like the
pretty
number one
significant.
reason.
Because
Yeah,
I know,
that's
but like
kind
that's
of
like
what
the,
matters.
like
They were,
everyone
like, the
loves
whole
3 until
time-
the end.
The whole time they were like, your choices matter, and then that just didn't fucking matter.
that's right.
Like none of it mattered, and
But
it's
see,
just.
but I
Nothing-
like that
nothing
though.
really
Like
matters.
okay, I'm not.
I mean, that's true.
Not to say that I was happy with the ending either, but like that's actually pretty realistic. Like there are moments in your life where everything you've done it doesn't matter. Like
Well,
I don't play
Well,
video
yeah,
games
but
to
like,
be realistic.
but you
that's
can't
true.
you can't advertise the game like, oh, you're this. It's gonna it's gonna make changes happen, and then it doesn't. So it's like, okay, sure, it's like real life, maybe, but you didn't advertise it like, well, whatever you do, it's gonna be the same ending, which is what
Did
it
you
was.
did you keep Rex alive? That's all that really matters.
Yeah, they liars.
From the first game, did you keep Rex alive?
Liars.
oh yes,
Okay, good. Then that's all that matters. We're good. We're cool.
yeah.
Well, okay, so but the
Dude,
new
like, as long
one
as Rex
isn't the
is-
new one. The new one looks so weird. Like the
Okay.
facial expressions.
The graphics don't
okay,
look very
okay,
good either.
okay.
It's like,
But we know why now because
Why?
all BioWare did was sink all its money into Arsenal. Like
Well,
like that's why that is the reasoning that we know now that the game had funky facial animations
they
because
spent
they
all
Was
their
it
spent
RPG
all their money in
good?
Arsenal.
on the
yeah,
Sonic
but like
game
it
way
looked
back
like
when.
you took the motions that they did and like doubled them. So it's like every movement was too much.
Ugh.
I don't know.
It's-
It looked weird.
It's not as bad. It's really not as bad with the male character. The female character, it's really
Oh
bad.
man.
The male character was pretty fine as far as I was concerned. Like, and it was such a minor thing. To me, it rang true from Mass Effect 1 in terms of it's tons of exploration. It's pretty open. You don't really know where it's going. It's got a slow beginning, but then it really ramps up the further you get. So, and I'm not terribly picky about it. So I was totally fine with what they did. I do agree the sex scenes were.
I mean, like
Gosh.
look, man. It's just weird.
No, okay, like so the
Way to get
original
deep there,
Mass,
Luke.
like the original Mass Effect, like there was some risqueness, but it was like
Yeah,
it
wasn't.
was like it was clean risque, if there is such a thing. Like it was that.
It was clean, dirty. It's fine.
Like no,
It
and
didn't
then
make me
this
feel
one turns
bad.
around and like you
Make-
see everything.
Did you say it doesn't make you feel bad?
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
I'm like,
no,
oh,
this-
this is not okay, but I'll get over it. Like it's fine. Like
It's
I'll
like,
get
oh
through.
hey, sex scene, okay, whatever, go
That's
do
funny.
your thing.
It's
Like, I
and
don't
no,
need
yeah,
this
yeah,
in my
this
life.
one
bad.
this one makes you like want to call your significant other
Now-
and be like, I promise I'm not lusting over this right now.
I've
I
not played it.
promise."
I've not played this one. I've just like seen the reviews and the gameplay, like what Giant Bomb does, and like they did a shit. What's their Thursday show? On the Thursday show, they played like an hour and a half of it, and I was watching it, and I was just
Not
like,
a sponsor.
Dude, like, shouts to Giant Bomb.
No.
Dude, I was just and all the backtracking and just like
So
I don't know.
So here's the thing. I'm
it seemed
done
great to
talking
me.
about this. I want to know why Final Fantasy 2 sucks because I've never played any Final Fantasy ever.
And this is
So
I want to know why it sucks.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Before we go into that,
Josh?
let's just say that
Josh,
we had a great conversation, and then Luke's
Luke,
interrupting it.
stop talking.
Luke was like, I'm
already-
tired of this conversation.
I've already
Let's
given
move
up.
on to the next
I've
one.
already given
I'm
up
bored of
on
talking
that.
on a podcast.
I'm not gonna talk on the podcast. All right, I'm done with this. Let's talk
I
about
know.
what I want to talk
I
about.
know, I've already given up. It's
Well,
hope-
I
it's
mean-
hopeless. It's fine.
Um,
I want to know about
So-
Final
It's
Fantasy
fine.
2.
I played a lot of Final Fantasies and I never beat them, and so I was like, I need to rectify this problem
Yeah.
because for the
I
longest
don't care
time,
for the series.
what's that again?
Honestly, I don't care for the series, and I played like.
Are they
a couple
long?
of them.
Well, that's fair. Yeah, they're long
Yeah.
games.
They're long.
They're
Like, too
RPGs.
long.
They're Japanese RPGs. They're very long.
Oh, they're
Um,
stupid long.
I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna shit on a game, so don't worry about it.
Good.
So for the longest time, 7 was the only one I ever beat. I got close to beating 10, and so a while back I beat 1. I enjoyed it. It was great, and so I started up 2. I'm like, I remember this magic system being different and the level system being different. This will be different, and fun. I'll enjoy this. I didn't enjoy basically any of the game. So the story was stupid. It was
How many
basically-
hours? How many hours did you spend on it?
Oh, dude,
Like 40?
more than one,
No,
and that was more than enough.
no, like triple that.
No, it
Really?
wasn't actually that bad.
How-
I didn't really grind too much. I found I used the glitch to grind anyway. So
Oh,
there
get it over with
was
quickly.
maybe like 60, 70.
60
maybe.
hours on a game you don't even like?
Well, I
That's
said I'd
insane.
beat them all. So
I tell yeah,
Um,
that's true.
so you don't do a typical level up. Like there's no experience in the game. So right there, that should have been a red flag.
Right.
Yep.
there's no sense of-
experience?
No, there's no. Well, okay. You get 100. It takes 100 points to level up a stat that's not HP and MP. So
Okay.
your attack, every time you attack, you get a point, and when you reach 100, you level up. And how many times you attack an enemy is based on your level. So when you max out, you attack an enemy 16 times, and so as you do damage and take damage and stuff, you get your strength point up. So that's also
Okay.
very random. And so the more attack and more your strength is, the more damage you do. And magic is similar. You have to use it 100 times to level it up, and as you level it up, you get more out of it. So like there's a spell called Asuna, and when it's level 5, you can raise people from the dead, but when it's level 4, you can't do that, but you can heal like poison and stuff, and as you go, you keep the previous
So,
stuff.
but why is
But-
it bad?
Because there's no sense of progression. Like, anytime I reached an area, I didn't know if I was right level, and the fucking how you have to sit there. So life doesn't work in battle until it's level 5. So you have to use it 500 times, where it misses most of the time. Like, before it's
500
useful.
times.
And it's just
That's
like,
frustrating.
it's just like, so there's a glitch where if you do an attack or a spell and they go to the next character and then cancel back to the previous person, that counts on the Famicom version. So I sat there in a battle and just attack, cancel, attack, cancel, attack, and you could do it with magic and shit. So for the first 3 characters, you can do that, but typically you don't have a 4th character. So sometimes you can't do it for the 3rd character, and you have 4th characters that only sometimes are in your party, and then they're like, I'm gonna do other shit, so bye. And so there's no point.
Oh
in-
yeah.
Which
There's
game
no
was
point
this? The
grinding
one
that
that
character.
you streamed a little while ago? Was that
No.
Which one were you playing when
That
you
was
streamed?
Final Fantasy 3, which is a way better game.
Oh.
So
Because this the no
Um,
oh yeah final that's the 2. That's the one that's
2's on
like cartoon.
I had it on
it's not 3D.
it's not a cartoon, Luke, it's a sprite.
I
It
actually
was on-
actually fun fact. I actually know exactly what that is, but I was trying to dumb it down. I've made games before. Boom. Actually, Josh has probably seen them. Remember when
Space Invaders.
Remember when I made games, Josh?
I do remember you made
Yeah.
a simplified
made-
version of elves versus orcs. It was quite fun to play actually.
That was a couple different games. So anyway, I'm kind of cool and I know things.
So basically there's no point to level up the 4th character because they're just not gonna fucking be there, and it's gonna be a totally new person. Also, in order to level up your HP and MP, you have to lose half of it to consistently get more HP. So in a fight where you have 100 HP, you have to lose 50 HP to get more HP as your max.
So it sounds like in
So you have to-
summary, it's like you just feel like you're playing the same kind of level. There's no, like you said, no progression. So it's like
Well, it feels
you
like there's no
don't feel like you're
progression 'cause
going
you don't
anywhere
know where
for
the fuck
60
you are.
hours.
Yeah,
There's nothing that signifies that you've done anything.
Yeah, you don't.
You're
You
just-
don't. It doesn't feel like you're better.
You
It
don't
just
you
feels
don't
like you're
going
sitting
trigger
places.
trigger those dopamine
Right.
receptors of
Ugh.
completing things. 'Cause
And
it's
so
the same.
I sat there. I sat there and fought shitty enemies and attacked my other characters so I would lose a shitload of health so I would get more health. Like it's just
You had to kill yourself.
you had to you had to fight strong characters, but if you fought strong characters, you might die and then you have to go back to your save. But if I attack myself with shitty monsters, I know they're only gonna do like 1 damage, so whatever. And then like the dungeons are super long. You get to
It'll
like the
matter.
8th floor, and then there's an enemy like magicians and shit that can just cast petrify in your whole party. Everyone turns to stone, and you have to start the whole thing over. And like
You should have streamed
I just-
this. This would have been a fun one to watch you get irritated.
I had it
with.
on my
that-
NES. I had it on my NES Mini, and
You need a series.
dude, like, it was
because
pain. It was
because
just
Twitch
pain the
has
whole
this
time.
option where, like, before I didn't think if you have the app open on your phone, you can't minimize it, so you kind of have to keep
Right.
it open. So if you watch, you kind of have to commit to watching. But now you can actually switch that
Um,
off so that you can minimize the app. So if I need
Mhm.
to check something, I can still hear you, like, and so if something interesting starts happening, I can like pull it up and watch it, you know, and then that way
Right.
I can like listen and then like pay attention when I have time, and then instead of just watching. So Brent does streams,
Also,
by the way,
I-
if no one figured that out.
Well, I'm not sharing that here. I don't want random people. I don't really.
Oh. Well, we won't tell
I
them.
like-
we won't tell
I
them.
like to keep
He
it.
doesn't stream, Luke. Why you
I-
making
I like
things
to-
up?
Oh,
I like to keep it like a small
right.
circle. I don't want random strangers. Really, I don't really care
That's
about
fine.
popularity.
They won't be able to find
We
it.
don't even know what you're talking about.
It's in,
That's right.
right.
Also,
right.
towards the end of the game, there are bosses and treasure chests. So it's like, hey, here's an item. Also, hey, guess what? Boss fight with 10,000 HP enemy. That you weren't ready for
Make you work for
or
it.
knew about. I just it was,
So you're,
I
but
did
so you're
not
done.
enjoy
So you're
that.
done with this one. You're done with
I beat
Final
it,
Fantasy
yeah.
2.
I'm
And
on
that's the
3.
worst one.
But people in here don't like it, so I'm not gonna sit there and like praise the other games.
Wait, so you like
like-
Final Fantasy 3?
Yeah, I like yeah, it's
And-
great.
Did you guys talk about this?
Which
when I
ones
wasn't
have
on
you? Which ones have you beaten again?
7 and 1 and 2 now.
Okay.
I've
Okay.
gotten really close on 8, 9, 10. I've beaten 15. That's right. I beat that one.
How many of these games are there?
15, not including side games like X2, 13-2.
Are those like
Lightning
extensions
Quest.
or
Lightning
no,
Returns.
expansions?
Oh, man.
Yeah. No, they're just
I don't know anything about these games.
So each game is its own like universe. They don't really.
Urge of Cerberus.
Yeah, I haven't played that one either.
But they
They
have
don't
like,
really-
but they have similar qualities, like
Yes.
chocobos.
Yes. So games like X2 are in the same universe with the same characters, or some of the same characters. But most of the time, when you go to the next game, there's no connection with previous ones. So really, you can jump into any of them. It doesn't
Yeah.
really matter.
Well, they're not connected.
Yeah. Unless you are like, I'm gonna play X2 first before I play X. You're gonna be really confused
Oh,
as to
Yeah.
why.
people who do that are the worst.
But also, X2 is a terrible game, so you shouldn't play it.
Is it worse than 2?
No.
Okay.
It's still really bad. but
Nothing.
no.
Actually,
it's
I'm
worse than
curious,
2.
Brent. I want to touch back on something we talked about earlier. If you were gonna try and piss off as many people as you could by hating a game, what game
Yeah.
do you? I mean, do you have one? What game would that be? If you were trying to
Mass
offend,
Effect.
well,
oh really?
what'd you say?
Not Mass Effect.
I said Mass Effect.
no. It's
Yeah.
not. It's got,
Yeah,
really?
A lot of people do like Mass Effect.
Yeah,
A lot of
but
people
like,
do like Gone Home.
is that the best
That's
you
a
can do?
I mean, if I wasn't being true to myself, I would just say I hated Super Mario Brothers 3 or Super Mario World. I love those games, but that would be like a travesty to most people.
That's true.
That's
It
true.
would.
Yeah.
Like
I love those games.
those are great.
Well,
I like Super Mario Bros.
well,
3
because
more
like
than
for
World.
me, it's like
Most people like
if it
World
was
more.
movies or TV shows, I would say Game of Thrones. Because I don't really like that show that much, and everyone else
I have to
loves it.
go.
Everybody.
No, I mean that's fine. Whatever.
Never
Everybody.
seen it.
Here's the thing.
I would say everybody.
Yeah, well, pretty
My wife
much
doesn't like
everybody.
the show. My wife doesn't watch it. She doesn't like it.
Most people like it.
Yeah, I've
though,
never
and
seen it, so
it's
I
so weird.
don't
It's
like
so
it.
weird to me because
I hate it.
it's like Shane. It's so weird
terrible.
because it's weird because there's people that like film love it, people who like books
Mhm.
love it, people who like video games love it.
People
It's
who-
like
people
all
who
these
read the
different
books hate
types
it.
of people. No, that's not true
That's
either.
true.
That's not true.
No,
They might not
I know
like
a
it
lot
as
of people
much,
who read the
though.
books and they don't like it.
Remember the guy in college that I won't mention by name?
Yeah.
Oh man,
He did not like the show. He's like,
He
it's
didn't
so
like the
different
show.
from the books.
did he really not like
I
the
mean,
show
it is
at
different.
all?
No, he hated it.
Actually,
it is
fun
different from the
fact.
books.
So, well, no, I'll tell you guys that later. Never mind about that guy.
He always complained about the show not having stuff from the books.
Yeah.
What do you want the show to be a million episodes?
I hate book snobs though who are like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Josh,
Book-
you snob.
Book snobs.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I want a lot of things in books, and I think it should stay pretty consistent. But I'm not gonna, burn down the theater because
I think
Harry Potter should
okay,
be 500
my favorite
hours.
scene
Okay,
didn't happen.
here's what I would say to that, because Luke has accused me of being a book snob. I really don't care so long as you don't screw up the plot by
Yeah,
leaving things
I'm the
out.
same
That is my ultimate thing, because the only franchise that I'm really a book snob over is the Harry Potter series.
Really?
Because I think the movies screwed up so bad and were horrible. Horrible.
Really?
I
They see
read the
snob.
books and I watched the movies, and I enjoy both. I just think the movies probably aren't the best if you haven't read the novels.
Oh, how could
But
you?
I think that's
Brent.
all, and there's always gonna be more in the book.
What?
Well, the thing is, I don't know. If you
I
like
think
one,
they're good.
if you like,
I
but-
really don't want to go on a rant about Harry Potter. I really don't.
if you
because
like,
it's
if
Next
you
time.
like one, it's like someone trying to retell a joke in a different way. It's just never. If you like the
mean,
way
yeah.
it is,
I think
But see, I don't feel that way about
no,
Lord of
I
the
don't
Rings.
think that's true.
but you
I don't feel that way
but
about
you
Lord
like,
of the
but you
Rings.
saw the movies first.
No, I read the books
Yeah,
first.
that's different.
No, you
I'd read the book. Yeah,
No, you
I'd
didn't.
read the books.
no, you didn't. I remember.
Yeah, I did.
I introduced
You're
you
gonna
to
tell
the
him what
movies.
experience he had?
I
Yeah,
knew him.
You don't
then.
know his life.
I don't think you. I thought
You
you
don't
saw
know
the
his
movies
life.
first.
You know his life from 9 years on, or 9 years old on.
Yeah, well, Josh,
you don't know his
but
life.
like we were into Lord of the Rings before you saw it, and then you saw
No,
the
I-
movies.
I know, but I'd read the books before.
Why, you nerd? How old were you? Like 7? How in the world did you read those books so young?
Wow.
That's crazy.
Because
Because
my
I was a
friend.
book nerd.
Oh man,
had to-
He's a book
I could barely
nerd
read short
who
books.
came into a book snob.
Because
I
see,
was
had
older
the
than
access
you.
to Lord of the Rings.
But see, even then, like even thinking back on it, like I don't think that way about the movies with the books. I thought
All right,
I think
fair
they're
enough.
both great.
Fair enough. I'll give you that.
How do
I
you feel
think
about
you
The
have
Hobbit?
to look at them. Oh, go ahead, Brent.
How do you feel about the Hobbit series, the new one?
Oh boy, here we go.
You could just say one word. It's fine. I'm just
He's
wondering.
talking to you, Josh. He's not talking to me.
Yeah.
I know he is.
The first two were actually pretty all right.
He's not
Luke, he
talking
asked
to
me, not
Luke-
you. Shut up.
Luke says, "Wait."
I know
Luke
what you
says
think,
he's
Luke,
not
already.
talking to me. Still
Oh.
comments. He's not talking to me.
No,
Why
the-
are you
Not gonna say
talking?
it. I'm
The
done.
new-
I'm done talking. Go
the
ahead.
new,
Go for it,
the
Josh.
new
He's
Hobbit,
still talking.
they were okay.
Okay. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. We can talk about that later.
They were.
I thought they were
Luke-
okay as well.
Luke and
I
I
was
have
just,
debated.
you know,
Luke and I have debated this at nauseum. My personal feeling is that they were as good as they were going to be
That's
with
fair.
Peter Jackson only having like 4 months to prepare.
Mm.
So if that's the best he could give in 4 months, and the first two were pretty decent, the third one flopped, but then if you go back and watch the extended version of 3, you're basically like, this is what we would have gotten in the theaters
Right.
if he'd had time.
Yeah,
so
and,
then
and
it's
well,
like,
honestly,
I'm
honestly,
good
I agree
that.
with it to the most. I've never seen the extended version of the third one, but like the first
There's
two
a,
movies, I thought they were actually pretty good. Like they were not very good at the beginning. I know, Josh, we disagree on this, but at the beginning, I thought they were like really awkward and corny, and then they got better closer to the end. Both movies. The second one was way better than the first one, though, I think. But then the third one was not good at all. I didn't
There
like the
is
third
a
one at all.
fan edit of all 3 movies condensed down to a 3-hour movie.
What?
It's called the
Oh,
called the
really?
Maple edit, and it takes out a lot of nonsense.
It's like it would be so
Uh,
fast. Oh
I
man.
don't know-
filler.
I don't know
It's
how I
pretty
feel
good.
about that though. I don't know
It's
how I
pretty
feel
good.
about that though.
I
Like
like
just
it.
be, yeah.
It's got problems, but I like it overall.
That would be so.
Yeah.
It's like the dialogue would be so rapid fire. It's
No,
like
well,
so
I mean-
fast.
No, they just cut
No,
out a
it's-
bunch of the filler scenes.
Yeah, they did.
I
Was
ju-
there was
I
there
ju- I
that
just- I
many
just-
filler
I just wish-
scenes?
That's
I
a
just
lot of
wish
fucking
Warner
filler.
Bros had given Peter Jackson like a fresh slate of like, go prepare your movie.
Right.
and not saying,
Right.
"Oh, you had
Yeah.
4 months left to prepare because the other guy quit on us. Now you still have to maintain that." And I'm like, that's
Because
so
it was
stupid.
Guillermo del Toro was
Yep.
going to do them originally, and he
Yeah,
left.
and
It's a
they
horror
were
movie.
and they were a year and a half into pre-production, and then he quit. And they were like,
Man.
"Oh, Peter Jackson, please
Oh,
come in
they
and
well,
save this
changed
well,
the
and the
whole
weird
release
thing
date.
too, the thing about it
Man.
is like, well, studios are always messing up movies. Like they messed up the Spider-Man.
Always.
The last
They
3
mess up
Spider-Man
every
movies
movie.
have been bad because of Sony. It's always
Fucking
Sony.
Sony.
I hate
No,
Sony.
no, 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 no.
Sony-
Warner Bros.
Sony
No, Warner
is-
Bros. Has messed up the DC movies way more.
This is a fact. This is a fact.
They messed up.
Who-
No, Warner Bros.
What else
messed up
what else
DC
does Warner
movies.
Brothers even make? I don't
The
even know. what
Hobbit?
they-
Mortal Kombat.
Oh, they
The
did?
Hobbit. They messed up
yeah,
The Hobbit.
they did. Well, The Hobbit wasn't that bad, but like,
No, Mortal
Um,
Kombat was the old movies.
Mortal Kombat.
No, they have license over the games now. That's what I meant. I didn't mean the old movies. It's like it was like
Oh,
3 Line cinema or something. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
New Line Cinema. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know. Sony. What was I saying? I was about to rant about Sony. Sony's just really. Sony shows the whole movie in the trailer, and I
Yeah.
hate that.
A lot of trailers are like that.
But
and that's why I watch
Sony
trailers.
is so okay. In the Amazing Spider-Man movie, they show the ending credits scene in the trailer. Like, are you kidding me? It's so
Hey, just-
ridiculous.
just watch the trailer and then you're good.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend $1,500 going to the movies.
Best
Oh
way
my
to do it.
gosh.
Ugh.
Movie price tickets, especially because everything's in 3D now. So it's like, let's go see Planes,
go see
Trains,
this
and
fucking
Automobiles
movie.
in 3D.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. It's
It's like, no.
Let's go see Boss Baby in 3D. Be amazing.
Oh man.
You know what I'm waiting for? I'm
Boss
waiting for a
Baby
live action
3D.
Winnie the Pooh.
Oh
I'm-
God, that's what? No,
I know.
They're literally making
Whoa.
everything else.
No.
They're literally making everything else live
No.
action.
that
No.
that is some.
No.
I don't know how, dude.
This
A
is a
fucking
bad
fuzzy
idea
bear
waiting to
toy that's
happen.
alive with a little child in the woods, along with other fuzzy
Yeah.
animal things.
That's bestiality. I don't really.
Whoa,
wait.
whoa.
What just
Whoa.
happened? All right, guys. I think on that note.
What the fuck?
No, I'm not kidding. We're not going to end on that note. Say something else. Let's talk about something else. Sony, Hobbit, something.
Oh wait.
That-
No, let me. I got my thing. Well,
There you go.
it's
Oh yeah,
my
so
birthday. It's
you,
not really,
yeah, you
it's
had
okay, whatever.
your birthday, and then you actually had your announcement. I watched your videos.
Ooh.
Oh, thanks, Luke.
Yeah.
Sorry.
My friends who actually did.
I know.
Wow.
Isn't it awful when you make things like vlogs, and people don't watch them?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually,
I asked all my
so,
friends who.
Oh, I have to rant about this for a second. So when I released that
Yeah,
video
go
about
ahead.
me moving away, yeah, I'll let you talk in a second. Sorry. When I released the vlog about me moving away,
Jesus, Luke.
I had people text me, and they were like, "Oh, where'd you move?" It's like
Watch
I'm like,
the vlog.
guys, watch the video, and they're like, "Well, we don't want to watch the video." Like, what?
Then screw you.
I didn't put all this work into this video so you could
Yeah.
be intrigued by it and then not watch it. Like, I'll just tell you
Amazing.
the end. So annoying.
Yeah.
So okay, sorry, Shane.
No, I've gotten the same way though. I'm like, well, I talk about that in the video, so I'm not gonna spoil it for you.
But you
Yeah,
released.
kinda
You
keep the
do you want
vlog.
to tell us a little bit about like what you're planning to do? Because I got most of it from the video.
Sure.
But go for it. We
okay.
can go to plugs
So-
too at this point. So Shane, why don't you go ahead and give us your plugs, your channel and stuff like that.
Okay, so my.
I was wondering what plugs you were talking about. I was like, are we talking about plugging, like plugs in the wall? Are we talking about butt plugs?
This is
Like,
not
what are
that
we
kind of
doing?
podcast.
Let's
Any types of
move
plugs.
along. We're talking about like Twitter or YouTube or whatever. Like if you stream or you've got an event coming up or you have a Twitter or whatever, anything you want to let. If we can gain followers, this is your point to kind of like, or the point of the podcast where you get to kind of advertise something you're doing. So Shane,
Ugh.
finally, Josh. Hey, Josh, will you stop interrupting Shane? Go ahead, Shane.
Luke, would
Hey,
you
I
stop
learned,
interrupting?
I learned from the master.
That's right. Sorry, guys. Go for it, Shane. Interrupt me.
So my YouTube channel called This Is the New Year. What I'm doing with it is, so I'll give a short synopsis of the video. I've kind of wanted people. I've been like misunderstood, I think, like my entire life, and so what I've always wanted to do was to get people to sort of understand me below a surface level. But one of my greatest fears is talking to people, which everyone thinks is weird, but I try to overcome this fear every day of my life. So what I thought would be cool is I'm good at talking to people when there's like some type of disconnect, which is why I always say, don't put me on stage with a mic because I'll talk all day. And so I figured, I can share things like, or talk about things that I like, am passionate about, I really believe in on camera. And there's the disconnect because people watch it days later or whatever. And then that's happening. And then I also want to talk about topical things that, share my viewpoint more on things. And then I talk about a lot of music stuff because that's
because I was gonna say, because I know you've done some vlogs before, kind of similar to the ones that I've done, but these you're doing more of like a conversation with the camera where you sit down and you talk to the camera about whatever. That's what I gathered from it, at least.
Yeah, there's still gonna be some vlog elements to it though, but yeah, it's more like that's a lot easier for me to just do that, to talk to the camera.
That's cool.
I watch your vlogs, and there's like so much editing. I said I can't. I can't deal with it. Like I love editing, but when 3 hours pass by and I have 10 seconds of good footage, I'm like,
it does take a lot of work. But I do know that like the encouraging side of it is you got to find what you can do. You got to find your thing.
What you can do, what your niche is. Yeah.
And so like with my videos, it's like I just try some things. I'll notice someone else does something, and then I'll kind of try it. And if it doesn't work for me, then I don't do it anymore. And that's
right
the process. So so I'm excited. I'm excited to see, because you're doing 2 videos a week. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Well, I'm doing 2. I'm trying to do 3. Well, I have a lot. Well, I'm trying to do 3 videos a week, and then I'll have like different special sort of episodes or whatever, like interspersed. But yeah, definitely 3 episodes a week, shooting for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
So you got another video, No.
No.
Okay, all right.
No, starting next Monday. No, starting next Monday, will be the sort of regular.
July 3rd is the next episode. July 3rd.
Yes,
so
I mean there may be something this weekend. Okay, but yes, July 3rd.
I was gonna say, I was like, Shane, you got stick to your deadlines. That's important.
July 3rd, first main episode. Okay. But you can also follow me on Twitter at Mr. McCatty, which is MR, and then my last name MCCATTY. Bam, that's my plug.
Boom, awesome. Brent, do you have anything?
No. I mean, people know there's Twitch channel now, but no, I'm not gonna.
No, we don't. There's a Twitch channel. This is new information.
Keep it a secret. Don't tell anybody.
I don't keep it a secret. I don't want random people.
Well, eventually I want to figure out. I was thinking about maybe making. I don't know. I'm like maybe a podcast Twitter or something, because I don't know. I want to find a way.
Time.
Yeah, that's fair. I just want to find a way for people to like send us stuff, because imagine if people sent us questions. That'd be fun. That's like way down the road.
Podcasts. Most podcasts just make an email and you're like, email us, questions or topics or whatever.
Okay, so cool. John, anything?
Nope, I have nothing.
Okay, Josh, what about you? You got a Twitter or a Twitch or anything like that you want to tell people about, so they can contact you, or something you're doing?
No, not really.
This whole podcast. Well, I guess Michael usually has something too, but it's usually just me and Shane.
Follow Michael on Twitter.
Yeah.
And
no,
Instagram.
Don't hold up. Don't follow Michael, because you notice he's not here.
Follow Michael.
He's not here. I was not kidding. He's off. He's off the podcast.
Michael if you followed Michael last episode.
Yeah, he's never coming back.
You know what's funny? But you know what's funny about that? The last episode was called "Michael's Off the Podcast."
I know.
And now he's not on this episode.
The next
so
episode,
it's gonna really
he's
be
gone.
like he's off the podcast.
I know. I thought about that when he was.
We didn't even talk about it.
He's off. He's off the podcast. It's fine. So my announcements. I just released a vlog for the first vlog in like 3 weeks, and it's actually, I think, very good. I've gotten a lot of good feedback.
It's good.
Okay.
I liked it.
It's okay.
A lot. It was
It
good.
actually, in terms of revenue, which is like not that much revenue because I don't make much money off the vlogs, but it was the most successful vlog I've had since the first Ireland vlog, which that one was really successful. So that's a good news. At least it's like my channel didn't just die off because I left it alone. There is another vlog coming very soon, probably in the next couple days. Probably by Monday or Tuesday, I should have it done. And if you want to tweet at me or get a hold of me, my Twitter is Luke Rockswold. Real simple. Same as my Instagram. And yeah, check out my... Actually, oh yeah, the other thing. We have a YouTube channel for the podcast now too. So now the podcasts
do?
We
are
do?
on... Yeah. So we got the podcasts on...
I pay attention. That's what that is.
We got a podcast. We got it on SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube now. And so as soon as this is
Nice.
finished...
We're everywhere.
Yep. So you have
No
excuse.
no excuse to not listen to us.
YouTube is unblocked at most work locations.
Exactly. Or
Oh, hey, Luke. Luke,
Yes.
quick question before we sign off.
yeah,
What's the name of the place you moved to again?
you can.
You can find that
you
in the
can
blog.
watch
Outro of music.
Really early. That it's like, hey, you can find that in the vlog. Oh, yeah. I'm not telling you. I did move again though.
Troll.
Shit
Anyway,
ended
so
right there.
guys, yeah. Anything else anyone wants to add before I sign off? Nothing.
Have a good 4th of July if you're American. If you're not, have a good normal week.
Oh, yeah,
Get
'cause we
out
do-
and do something fun.
Actually-
Celebrate America.
We did.
Unless you're not from America, you're America for a day if you want to be. And then
Yes.
go
That's
blow shit up
acceptable.
after work.
That's right. All right. Thanks everybody. Appreciate you guys all listening. And any feedback, let us know. Signing off.
Peace.
Bye.
The end. Outro video music.
All right, guys. So you can all stop recording. Please don't give me bad news.